I want to read out of God's word in 2 Corinthians 4, and I'm reading from verse 16, seeing the invisible. Therefore we do not lose heart, even though our outward man is perishing, yet the inward man is being renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, is working for us as far exceeding an eternal weight of glory, while we do not look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things that are not seen are eternal. And I want to read out of the footnotes. It says here, do not look does not mean ignore, but do not keep looking at or gazing at. Paul recognizes that the outward man is perishing, but the faith he sees more than the outward man. And the more than the present, we must clearly see temporary things in the light of the eternal. So what he is saying there, we are walking by faith and not by sight. It tells us in Hebrews 11, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And at the moment, it can be very easy to lose our faith and our trust and our hope in God, because everything is just, we look at the world and what goes on. Last night I was watching the TV with Denise, and we haven't been watching the news, and she was getting so depressed, and so I said, well, let's not look at it. These things have to happen. It says in God's word in Matthew 24 that there will be trial and tribulation, there will be earthquakes, there'll be famines, there'll be wars, there'll be pestilence, all these things have to happen. Just like Jesus had to go to the cross, they have to happen. But he says, do not be troubled. Don't worry, these things have to happen. So he's telling us they have to. So we must stop gazing at and focusing on all of those things that are going on around us and all the hectic stuff that's been going on for years. But it's just enlightened more in each and every one of our lives because of the virus. And there's so many people more losing jobs and losing loved ones is terrible. To lose a loved one is terrible. To lose a job is terrible. All the things that we're going and we are. But Jesus is saying, don't look at those things. Look at the things that are eternal. We've got to focus on him, that his promises are yes and amen. So I want you to read that for yourself, seeing the invisible, as we're walking by faith and not by sight. For our light affliction is but for a moment. It is working as a far more exceeding an eternal weight of glory. So Christ in us, the hope of glory. We are heading and we are working for eternity. That is what we're heading for. So I just want to encourage you, don't lose heart. Don't keep gazing at and looking at it. It says there, do not look does not mean ignore, but keep looking or gazing at. So we can't keep on gazing and looking at it, because it'll surely make us fall and fail. We are focusing on God. Look up to the hills where his help comes from. Our help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. And we've got to keep on looking at God and his word and know that his promises are yes and amen. He said he will never leave us or forsake us. He said his promises are yes and amen. He said his ways are far higher than ours. He'll make streams in the desert, ways in the wilderness. So we've got to stand on his word. So I just hope that's encouraged somebody today, just as he's encouraged me. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. God bless.